Mount the propeller onto the brushless DC motor as recommended by the motor propeller manufacturer. First, assemble the motor and propeller together separately from the test device, as shown in the video. Then, complete the installation on the Dynotis device using the motor plate. Otherwise, the torque sensor may suffer permanent damage due to high force, and the calibration may become invalid. Mount the brushless DC motor to the motor plate using appropriate bolts. Ensure that the motor center is aligned with the center of the plate during installation. Mount the motor plate onto the ST-51 using 4M4-10 15mm bolts. Apply a piece of white tape to the rotating part of your brushless DC motor. You can determine the tape dimensions based on the surface of your motor. The tape width should be larger than the width of the RPM sensor. The tape length should be between 10 and 20 mm, depending on the size of the brushless DC motor being tested. Clean the motor surface with isopropyl alcohol to ensure better adhesion of the tape. Connect the connectors of the electronic speed controller as shown and securely attach it to the unit using appropriate zip ties. Connect the escape signal cable and the electronic speed controller power output socket to the test device appropriately. Mount the RPM sensor board onto the test device. Use an M3 threadless standoff that matches the length of the brushless DC motor being tested. Ensure that you use appropriately sized M3 bolts for both the RPM sensor and the temperature sensor board standoffs. Adjust the distance between the motor and the RPM sensor. To ensure accurate data transmission, the distance between the RPM sensor and the motor surface should be between 1 mm and 4 mm. Adjust the distance between the motor and the temperature sensor. For accurate operation and data transmission, the temperature sensor should be mounted at a distance of between 5 mm and 10 mm from the motor surface. If you do not use or forget to use the plastic M3 spacers included in the product package when mounting the sensors, a short circuit may occur, leading to operational issues with the device. After mounting the sensors, connect the appropriate sockets on the device. The 3-pin socket should be connected to the RPM sensor, and the 4-pin socket should be connected to the temperature sensor. In the final stage of product assembly, use 4M6 bolts to mount it onto concrete, a Sigma profile, a table, or any preferred surface. Depending on the user's chosen mounting method, any M6 bolt of different lengths can be used. You are now one step closer to conducting your tests. Proceed to the next stage by watching the software video. Don't forget to review our user manual as well.